Good morning, children. In last class, you learnt about the formation of different rocks and the composition, the different minerals present in the rocks, how they are useful in day to day life. You are going to learn in today's class. So, there are different uses with rocks and minerals which we are finding. We use various rocks in day to day life. What are those rocks and what we are getting from these rocks? We'll see. You learnt in before class the rocks are the composition of different minerals. They may be formed from the single mineral or they may also form from different minerals. Okay, different metals are extracted or mined from the different minerals. We are extracting the different minerals from the rocks. So, a mineral from which a metal can be extracted called as an ore. So, where we are getting the metals from the mineral that's called as a mineral from which a metal can be extracted. A metal is extracted from the mineral that's known as an ore. So, we get like this different ores. From the ore a metal is extracted. By using the metal articles are prepared. So in this way the ore means the extraction of metals from the source is known as a ore. So the ores we are getting from the rocks. Understood? And then we get iron, aluminium, copper, and zinc from hematite, bauxite, copper pyrite, and calamine ores. So, the different ores from where we are getting iron, aluminium, copper, and zinc. These metals are commonly used for making utensils. Just now you had seen how they are helping us to make the utensils. Just now you had seen. And we are also making machines, furnitures, wires, etc. by using these precious metals. So this is the metal, this is the ore. From this we are extracting the metal, like different metals like iron, aluminium, copper, and zinc. These all are we are getting from different ores like hematite, bauxite, and copper pyrites, like that. So by using these metals we are making metal articles. So by using these articles we are using in big making big machineries, utensils, furnitures, wires, and all. So precious metals like gold, silver, and platinum are used for making jewelries. So these all pins are also made from a metal. So the metals we are getting from ores. And the next one, fuels from rocks and minerals. We are also getting fuels like coal, petrol, diesel, kerosene, LPG, CNG, etc. We are getting from minerals that they are very useful in our day to day life, you know very well. So now we will see how the coal is formed, the extraction of coal, how it takes place. We will see once how the extraction of coal is taking place. We will see. So the natural gas, petroleum, coal, these all are formed. It's a valuable natural resource. It is formed from the remains of plants buried inside the earth millions of years ago. Due to high temperature and pressure inside the earth, these remains of plants turn into coal. Wherever the dead and decayed parts of the plant buried inside, and due to the pressure they are turned into the coal. It is widely used for cooking and producing electricity and making plastic, nylon, and fertilizers, and in various industries fuel is used as. So you know the use of fuel. And then the extraction of coal, how the extraction of coal is taking place, you can see in this picture. And the different fuels like petroleum, how it is formed, we will see once. It is a dark color thick crude oil. Petrol we will not get as it is in the form of petrol or diesel. These all mixed up and we will get like kerosene, petrol and diesel mix up, and we can call it as crude oil. So this crude oil, it is also called black gold because it's so precious. And this petroleum was formed when small plants and animals got buried under the sea millions of years ago. So the sea creatures, the animals which live in sea, when they are buried inside the water after their death, they goes down deep into the soil. When they are buried inside, the sand and the dust gets deposited on the dead bodies, and whenever this deposition takes place, the lower layers will be undergoes for pressure. This due to temperature and pressure, their dead bodies were converted slowly into like petroleum. In this way, we are getting like LPG, CNG, petrol, diesel, and kerosene. These all are we are getting from the crude oil, and it is used as a fuel in n number of industries like automobiles and making chemicals, paints, plastics, fertilizers, medicines, cosmetics, and to produce electricity. In all these industries, we are using petroleum products. So the primary or natural fuels are like from solid, liquid, gas, like wood, crude oil, and natural gas are the primary fuels, and the secondary fuels are like coke, kerosene, and coal gas. These are the secondary fuels. So all this we are obtaining from the fuels only. So these fuels are formed due to the death of aquatic animals and the deposition of sand and dust on that, and due to pressure and temperature, they can be compressed and turned into like fuels. Understood? So here how the coal is formed, how the petrol is formed, how they are essential in our day-to-day life, you learnt now. And these all are we are getting from rocks, the minerals. From the rocks and minerals, we are obtaining all these different minerals and essential in our day-to-day life. And you can also see now how the gemstones are formed, how these gemstones are formed from the minerals. We will see now. Many minerals Many minerals are very hard and found in the form of crystals. Like in a crystalline form, many minerals are available. They are cut and polished into beautiful stones. They are called as gemstones. I'll show you in this picture. Yeah, this is a diamond. Diamond is one of the gemstone. Rubies, and then emeralds and sapphire are some gemstones used in making jewelry. Now the whole picture you will get it. Yes, this is the ruby and this is emerald. Green color is emerald, and this one is very shiny, the diamond, and the red one is ruby. So these all we are getting from minerals. They are very hard and found in the form of crystalline form. They are found in the nature in form of crystalline. And the blue color is sapphire. So these all are different minerals we are finding from the earth crust. Yes, this is the sapphire, and this is the diamond, emerald, ruby, and sapphire. All these are known as gemstones. We are getting these gemstones from the minerals. So the minerals are very hard and found in the form of crystals. They are cut and polished into beautiful stones called as gemstones. And minerals are also used as nutrients. We are getting nutrients also from the minerals. Like when you see Some of the minerals like sulfate and nitrates are added as fertilizers to the soil. So the fertilizers help to maintain the soil fertility and improve the plant growth. So what are the minerals used as fertilizers? Like sulfates and nitrates, NO2, NO3. These are the minerals which are used to improve the fertility of the soil, and even sulfates are also used as minerals. They all are helping for the growth of plants. And you can also see some sodium, potassium, calcium, and zinc and iron in small quantities in all the nutrients. Whatever the food we are consuming, that consists of these nutrients like calcium, like iron. Fe means iron, Ca means calcium, Mg magnesium, Na sodium. These all are different minerals. In minute quantity, we need these all for our body, but they are very, very essential to take in our diet. These all are helping in our day to day life to produce the energy for us. And then, so you learned just now, we get useful metals from the minerals, and we get uh, fuels like coal, and you also learned we are getting the petroleum from the minerals, and you learned that we are getting gemstones from the rocks, and we get fertilizers, minerals, and the nutrients from the rocks. Yes, these all the different food components. All these our foodstuffs are made up of by different minerals. They all consist of the sodium, potassium, calcium, zinc, iron, and different vitamins and minerals. All our foodstuffs are containing. These are nothing but we are getting from the minerals from, and our body are utilizing all these minerals, and growth is taking place. How these minerals are helping us, you can understand by observing these pictures. So all these foodstuffs are having different minerals, and these minerals, when we eat these foodstuffs along with the mineral content, it's helping for the growth of our body. So now you can understand by this how the rocks and minerals important in our life. Minerals are uh, in a minute quantity we need, but they are essential for our body growth. And we are getting the petrol and the coal, which are very essential for running automobiles, vehicles, and the factories. These are also we are getting from the rocks and minerals. And a beautiful jewelry which we use, even that we are getting from minerals. And the gemstones, and also we are getting from um, we are also getting uranium. It is not a mineral but found with the minerals. It is used for producing tremendous energy. This is called nuclear energy. Atomic power plants use this uranium to produce the nuclear energy. So in today's class, once we will have a look with how the gemstones are formed from different minerals, how the nutrients are formed from the minerals, and you also learned how the fertilizers are prepared from the minerals, and how coal and petroleum are formed due to the buried parts of plants and animals, and undergoes tremendous temperature and pressure, and they are forming the coal. And same way, the dead bodies of animals, when they buried in the water, they are forming the petroleum. So both the areas, coal is formed on the land, whereas petroleum is formed inside the water bodies. So these all are the different uses of rocks and minerals in our day to day life, and a worksheet based on this will be forwarded to you. Complete that worksheet and send the pics to me. Thank you. And at the same time you can also learn there is essential compulsory we need to save these natural resources. They are very important in our day to day life, and the consumption of these fuels is increasing day by day due to the number of vehicles and industries are increasing. However, there is no a limited amount of these resources on earth. It's taking millions of years for the formation of these minerals, so we must use them judiciously. We should not waste these minerals, and we must teach to our future generations to preserve these minerals. And then once these resources are used up, they will not be available again. Millions of years they are taking for the formation of these minerals. So we must use them very carefully. Also, burning of these fuels release harmful gases in the atmosphere. When we use these minerals, when we are continuously burning, they may cause further pollution, which is the biggest health hazard. These pollutions cause harmful effects on human body. That's why we must use them very carefully. Judicious and economic use of resources can help us to conserve the natural resources like coal and petroleum, and we can also prevent pollution. So we should conserve these fuels by using alternate sources and sources of energy like solar energy, wind energy, and water energy. So these are present in unlimited quantities like solar, wind, and water energies. So instead of going with coal and petroleum products, we can depend on solar, wind, and water, natural resources, natural energies. We can depend on them, and we can also control the pollution which is created by this coal and petroleum. So you understood how the rocks and minerals are useful in day to day life, and complete the worksheet given along with this. Thank you.